The story begins in the world of Rondel, a place where magic and technology blend. There are 20 nations spread across 4 continents. This era, known as the Golden Age, follows a time of myths and swords. Now, advanced magic and sophisticated technology like teleportation gates and flying vehicles are common, but the political landscape remains feudal, ruled by kings and nobles while commoners live under their control. On December 29, 1999, Manuel Lucas, a revered wizard, announces that he's hidden his treasures somewhere in the world for anyone to find. This declaration causes a frenzy as everyone scrambles to locate the treasure. Speculation runs wild, with some thinking it's in the Dragonlands, others in tax havens like Elysia, and even rumors of it being in the heart of a stormy sea. Imagine American President Biden announces something like this in America. It is only supposed to get worse, as they surely believe he is an alien as well. Despite many searching for over 2 decades, no one finds the treasure. That is until 2007, when Adrian Lawrence, the second son of Viscount Lawrence, achieves the impossible. Adrian, known for his smarts and secret past as a reincarnated person from our world, faces danger when poisoned at a young age. Suspicion falls on Anna Lawrence, the Viscount's wife, leaving Adrian questioning her motives. The stepmother looks hot though. Imagine having this kind of danger rolling around you, but you are addicted to her. The culprit was crystal clear. Anna was behind it all. Driven by resentment for being born a commoner and seeking favor from the Viscount, she orchestrated the poisoning. This incident drastically changes Adrian's actions and views of the kingdom. 10 years later, a 20-year-old Adrian enters a convenience store, drawing curious glances for his noble status mixed with commoners. Now she is just breaking our hearts at this moment. She looks rather determined. Adrian, known for his wealth and passion for games, buys a lot from the store, raising eyebrows. He encounters his half-brother Cedric, who scolds him for mingling with commoners and emphasizes the family's prestigious status. Cedric, greedy and controlling, boasts about the family's mining enterprise, prompting Adrian to stay out of it to avoid conflict. Adrian, avoiding attention and focusing on gaming since the poisoning incident, leaves the palace after graduation with his mother. However, within the household, servants gossip about his brilliance faded, now seeing him as a gaming addict. Many are influenced by Anna, making Adrian cautious about what he says in the palace. This boy might look like a nerd, but he is rather sneaky, don't you think the same, guys? Seeking refuge in gaming, Adrian experiences a strange synchronicity between his in-game character and his real-life abilities in Chronicles Online, an unexpected manifestation. A decade ago, when Adrian enrolled in the academy, his research into Lucas's life revealed a surprising detail: the word Y inscribed on Lucas's family crest. This fueled Adrian's curiosity about Lucas's origins on Earth. The more Adrian delved into Lucas's history, the more revealing truths emerged, confirming his suspicions. Folders named after Washington and Hollywood reinforced his belief that Lucas might also be from Earth. Equipped with earthly knowledge, Adrian set out to uncover Lucas's fate. After 2 decades of fruitless attempts, he finally located it. However, finding the long-awaited treasure didn't lead to an easy life. Instead, it marked the beginning of Adrian's true trials. As fate embraced him, a fierce goblin attacked Adrian, testing his ability to fight. Despite fear, Adrian swiftly dispatched the goblin with a single critical strike, achieving a significant level up to level 10. This success opened up new possibilities, allowing him to change jobs and progress in his quest. Transported to a secret space, Adrian's in-game character and real body synchronized. Sensing a door opening, he received a message seeking his consent to enter the tower of Manuel Lucas's 2nd floor. Accepting, a circle was created, granting him the mage job and a corresponding circle in his real body. Adrian realized the true value of fate lay not in financial wealth, but in the abilities it offered. As the synchronization between the game world and reality progressed, he felt the presence of mana coursing through his chest for the first time. Seeking to master his newfound abilities, Adrian discovered a vast library of books. To his surprise, he found he could absorb their knowledge by holding a book, despite the discomforts of headaches and dizziness. We all would have liked the same skill to avoid studying for no reason at all, jokes apart. Despite the searing headaches, Adrian persisted, absorbing knowledge until he reached a crucial tome. This book held the key to mastering concealment techniques for hiding mana and circle, but it was ineffective against higher-level opponents. The day's intense learning was only the first step for Adrian, who hadn't anticipated so much to unfold after acquiring Fate. The next day in the mansion's training hall, Adrian surprises his guard, Vice, with an impressive display of stamina during swordsmanship practice. The synchronization between the game and reality aids his performance. Adrian's skills in hiding mana prevent detection by the mana-sensitive knights, avoiding suspicion from Vice. To cover his excitement about his newfound abilities, Adrian pretends it's due to a great item he found in his game, dismissing the teasing from the knights. Adrian plays along, appearing ordinary to Cedric, Anna, and their spies. Later in the game, he seeks more skills that could benefit him in the real world. Purchasing utilities and a summoned supporter named Erica, who specializes in defense, excites him. Quickly registering Arsha as his summon, she proves perfect in battle, helping Adrian reach level 20. Despite using some of his experience points, Adrian feels content with his new support. However, upon logging out of the game, he's shocked to find that Arsha, his game support, has exited with him into the real world. Imagine waking up to such beauty, and what would you have done if you were in his place? Adrian jumps off his bed, surprised to find Arsha, his game support, in the real world. To his amazement, she understands the difference between reality and the game. Arsha reveals herself as an android created by Sir Lucas, with abilities matching those of Arsha, the heavenly steel in the game. Adrian regrets choosing her, thinking someone more versatile would have been wiser. Guy thinks that the sword-using woman is rather comical. He questions Arsha about her abilities in the real world, learning that her powers are tied to his progress in the game. As he levels up, her abilities grow, potentially rivaling those of a Grandmaster, a formidable 8th Circle Mage. Hiding her becomes Adrian's primary challenge. Arsha explains that reverse summoning isn't possible. She was transported from a warehouse in Everhill, the Holy City, through fortunate server management encounters. Adrian urges her to use a spell to conceal her powers from mana-sensitive knights. Among the servants, Adrian's fervent gaming pursuits spark gossip about the woman he's brought into the mansion. Teased by his mother about marriage, Adrian plays along to avoid suspicion. Training hard in the game, he reaches level 30, needing to defeat an orc warrior, Kance, to access the 3rd floor of the magical tower. Adrian wonders about Arsha's real body while she's in the game. She explains it goes into eco mode, monitoring for potential threats to Adrian. As they prepare to face Kance in their quest, they realize using consumable attack items like bombs and scrolls won't be possible, making their battle tougher. Thanks to Arsha's exceptional defense, she blocks the powerful orc's attack. Adrian follows up by casting a magic missile, landing a critical hit on the orc's eye. Unexpectedly, the orc retaliates despite the severe hit. Adrian knows a single blow from the orc could end his life, and is determined to avoid that fate. He casts a digging magic spell, binding the orc to the earth while he attacks, ultimately securing victory with another precise magic missile. Their triumph unlocks the 3rd floor of the magic tower. Meanwhile, in Viscount Lawrence's office late at night, his wife assumes he's concerned about Adrian bringing a woman into the mansion. Instead, he shows her a convocation order from the local forces, summoning him for an impending war against the Croixan Empire. Planning to send Cedric to the war front, Anna strongly advocates for Adrian to take the role, criticizing Adrian's gaming habits. Vice, Adrian's guard, praises his master's improved combat skills, unaware that Adrian's progress is due to his success in the game. Adrian, rewarded with in-game money and a higher circle rank, gains access to a subspace for storing items. Soon after, Adrian receives a call from the lordship in the castle. A few days later, the entire Lawrence family is summoned by the Viscount. Cedric clearly expresses displeasure at Adrian being chosen to represent the family on the battlefield. Adrian's mother, hiding her feelings, questions if her son is less valued despite being thrust into danger. Adrian, though not entirely resentful of his family's disregard, sees this task as a break from Anna's watchful eyes. Unfazed by Cedric's hostility, Adrian steps forward, accepting the mission to make the family proud. In a private moment, the Viscount discusses relocating Adrian and his mother to the king's land as a reward for risking his life for Cedric. Adrian, hesitant to trust his father's offer, receives artifacts useful for the battlefield. Despite past disappointments, he believes he can trust his father among the enemies around him. Meanwhile, Sylvia, Adrian's mother, is emotional about her son's sudden deployment. Adrian reassures her, determined not to be a victim anymore. He asks her to bear with it a little longer, promising that their days of misery will soon end. On the day of the army dispatch, Adrian's staff, including Harmon, express concern about Arsha accompanying him. Inside the levitation train, Adrian dismisses the discussion about Arsha, insisting they think of her as his secretary. He knows he can't leave her behind. She's his protector if things take a turn for the worse. Her stats now match that of an official knight. Before his departure, Adrian spent 200 million in the game, successfully clearing the 3rd level and earning rewards costing 100 billion each for 3 bottles of the powerful cure elixir safely stored in his dimension pocket. He informs everyone to only contact him if absolutely urgent, intending to focus on gaming in his room. Vanguard Dalton expresses concern about Adrian's gaming focus during this critical time, worried it might tarnish his reputation as a commander. When Dalton jokingly comments about bringing Arsha onto the ship, Senior Vanguard Billum intervenes, advising Adrian not to take his underlings' opinions too seriously. Listen guys, if I was Dalton, I would have been wanting to burst Adrian's head open as well. He has every right to get mad at him, as the guy only thinks of playing video games. Unfazed, Adrian leaves the meeting, urging them to contact him upon their return to the game. He makes an expensive purchase of Salamander's Tears, boosting his damage output and advancing to level 80. Arriving at the 4th level, he faces their next mission, confronting the menacing boss, Demi-Lick Immerse, determined to conquer the level before reaching headquarters.